Welcome back to field number 2 here at the Palmasolo Softball Complex. Game number 2 of the day here in the FGCL features the Manatee Impact and the South Bradenton Skeeters. I'm Tom Canterbury. Thank you so much for joining us. You just saw the River Mocs knock off the Pioneers 2-1 in our first game of the day, and coming up next, it'll be the Slice and the Skeeters to wrap up this Friday here in the FGCL. Here is the starting lineup for the Manatee Impact. They're 3-1 on the year under head coach Ashley Prange. The starting lineup looks like this. Left fielder Skylar Rucker will lead things off. Addison Swink, second base, batting second. Taryn Madlock, right field, batting third. Chloe Montalvo, first base, bats fourth. Batting fifth is Kennedy Lang, the shortstop. Taylor Ellis, third base, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Lily Parrish, the pitcher. Emma George catching, batting eighth. Batting ninth is Megan Towery, the center fielder. And Cameron Nolte, the extra hitter, will bat 10th. They're facing in the circle for the Skeeters, the right-handed sophomore out of Madison College, Brooke Steinhorst. Rucker steps in, and here comes the first pitch. It's low for ball one, and we are underway. Steinhorst on the year, making her fourth appearance for the Skeeters. She's pitched 5 1/3 with a 1-2 record. 13 runs allowed, 12 earned. She's given up 11 hits, has yet to strike out a batter, and she's walked 6. As a team, Skeeters have a 8.17 ERA and a 2.25 WHIP. Trying to get that down here today. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Rucker. Rucker, leadoff hitter for the Impact, batting .500 with 4 runs scored, an RBI, a couple of doubles, and 2 walks, a .600 OBP with that. 4 hits and 8 plate appearances, or at-bats I should say. That one is grounded to short. Redders is there. The stop is made. The throw's in time, and there's one away. Defensively for the Skeeters, Castillo in left, Westmiller in center, Barton in right, Riley at third, Redders at short, Hawk at second, Miller at first with Mueller behind the plate. So 1 out, runner, nobody's on for Addison Swink. First pitch to Swink misses inside for ball 1. Swink 1 for 6 with a run scored, 2 RBIs, that 1 hit, a home run.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes on her now. That one bounces in and hits Swink. So now a runner on first on the hit by pitch. And that will bring up Taryn Madlock. Madlock 1 of 7 with a double and a walk. As a team, the Impact entering today's game batting .205, 9 runs scored. With a .293 LVP as that one's fouled off 0-1, so trying to get those numbers up are the Impact offensively. It's been a couple days since they played. The Impact was supposed to play at 9:30 on Wednesday. That one was postponed, and everything was postponed yesterday. Same thing with the Skeeters. They were supposed to play at 9:30 on Wednesday.
2 strikes.
And what was supposed to be the first game of this series postponed yesterday, so just a 2-game series now this weekend. Ground ball. Underhand throw to second for 1, and beating it out at first is Madlock to avoid the double play, but there's now 2 away. So now 2 outs with a runner on first for Chloe Montalvo. First pitch swung on and missed. Runner goes, and she probably would have been out, but Hawk was not able to hold on to the ball. So a stolen base for Madlock. Montalvo 3 of 8, batting .375, 2 RBIs, and a walk on the year. Fouls that one off.
Play. 2 strikes. Ball.
One comes in high, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball.
85 degrees at first pitch, cloudy skies. We can avoid all the different storm systems that have been cycling around in the area. This will end up being a pretty nice day. Not as oppressively hot as we've seen. That one's off of the pitcher's leg, and that will get into right field. Rounding third is Madlock. She will score. And an RBI single off the bat of Chloe Montalvo gives the Impact the 1-0 lead, and they'll check to make sure the sign horse is okay, as she took that one right off the shin. Madlock scores on the Montalvo single. And Steinhorst says that she's all right. We'll be able to continue. And that will bring up the shortstop, Kennedy Lang. Lang 1 of 8, batting .125 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. The 1 hit, a home run. She's also walked this season. First pitch is a 1-hopper to third. That's knocked down, but no play. And Lang reaches on an infield hit, hard hit ball. Those runners now on first and second with 2 outs for the third baseman, Taylor Ellis. First pitch to Ellis is to the backstop. Wild pitch now puts both runners in scoring position. Ellis 1 for 7. He's now out the count, 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs. 2 on. Impact trying to add the 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. That one's foul. Here's Impact head coach Ashley Prangy. All SEC her senior year at the University of Alabama. First year head coach here in the league. Played professionally for the Florida Vibe last season. That's popped up on the infield. Out of the circle is Steinhorst. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Impact get on the board first here in the first inning. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors. And 2 runners left. We played a half inning. Impact 1, Skeeters coming to bat. This is the FGCL. One nothing Impact as we move to the home half of the first inning. Here is the starting lineup for the South Bradenton Skeeters. They're 1-3 on the year under head coach Morgan Kosler. Starting things off with the second baseman, Adelaide Hawk. Left fielder, Ava Castillo, bats second. Batting third is Tegan Riley, the third baseman. Jenna Redders, shortstop, bats fourth. Batting fifth is Avery Miller, the first baseman. Catching, batting sixth is Alexa Mueller. Avery Barton, right field, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Lindsay Chadwick, the extra hitter. Brooke Steinhorst pitching, batting ninth, and batting 10th is the center fielder, Kate Westmiller. They're facing in the circle for the Impact, the right-handed freshman out of North Carolina, Lily Parrish. Adelaide Hack steps in, and here comes the first pitch. Low for ball one. Parrish on the year, making her fourth appearance. She's pitched 15 innings with a 1-1 record. 5 runs allowed, 3 earned for a 1.40 ERA. 8 hits, 18 strikeouts to 10 walks. That's popped up on the infield, and the basket catch made by Parrish, and there's one away. As a team, the Impact with a 6.44 ERA and a 1.96 whip. That brings up the left fielder, Ava Castillo. Castillo had the walk-off squeeze bunt in the Skeeters win over the Rivermocs a couple of days ago. Fouled away for strike one. On the year, that is the lone hit of the season for Castillo. She's 1 of 12 with 2 RBIs, or excuse me, with 2 runs scored and an RBI. She's been walked once, and she's been hit by a pitch once. Team of Skeeters entering today's game with a 215 average. They've scored 13 runs and have a 333 OBP. So both teams trying to get the offense going here. As we finish up the first week of play in the FGCL. That one swung on and missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's 2 away. Last time out back on Wednesday for the Impact, they were run ruled by the Aquanauts 13-5 in a game that was close, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. 2 outs, nobody on for the third baseman, Tegan Riley. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. Riley looking for her first base hit of the season. She's 0 of 6. She's been walked once. Fouled off 0-2.
2 strikes.
Bottom of the first over on field one. No score between the Finns and the Queens. Queens, one of two undefeated teams left in the league, along with the Aquanauts. The Finns are sitting at 3-2, tied for fourth, entering play today. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Got over the rise, and that'll do it for the Skeeters here in the first. Back-to-back strikeouts from Parrish. And the Skeeters go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We played an inning. Impact with a 1-0 lead. This is the FGCL. Impact up 1-0 on an RBI single by Chloe Montalvo. We head to the second. Parrish, George, and Towery do up for Manatee. Facing Brooke Steinhorst back out for her second inning of work for the Skeeters. Lily Parrish steps in. First pitch to her is popped up on the infield. Third base side. Catch made by Riley, and there's one away. That will bring up Emma George, the catcher. George 3 of 7, batting .429. First pitch is outside into the backstop for ball one. Steinhorst, a sophomore in 2025 at Madison College in Wisconsin, was second team All-Region. Had a .333 ERA and 103 innings pitched for Madison. 131 hits, 76 runs, 49 earned. Walked 39, struck out 64, and an 11-6 record. It's in there for a strike, 1-1. Grew up in Poinet, Wisconsin, right outside of Madison. Issues the walk there. One out. That brings up center fielder Megan Towery. Towery batting .400, 2 of 5 with a run scored. Has a double and 3 walks. 625 OVP here in the first week of action. Takes the first pitch for ball one. 2-0, they threw down, but back in time was George at first. That one bounces in and bounces away. George will take second on the wild pitch. Count now 3-0. Wheeler goes out to and deliver the ball back to Steinhorst. Called strike 3-1. Low and inside for ball 4, and after getting the leadoff batter to pop up, back-to-back walks that put runners on first and second with 1 out for the extra hitter, Cameron Nolte. Nolte looking for her first base hit. She's 0 for 6. She's been hit by a pitch. Foul back, 1 ball, 1 strike. One, two. That one's lined to left. That's down, and that will be the first hit of the season for Cameron Nolte to load the bases with 1 out here in the second as we turn the lineup over. Impact trying to add to this 1-0 lead as we go back to the top of the order, and Skylar Rucker, she grounded out her first time. First pitch to her is a blooper to left that is going to fall foul. Diving attempt by Castillo, but it's a foul ball. Rucker, a freshman in 2025 at UTSA from Fairview, Texas. Batted .282 for Van Suderman's team with 13 RBIs, 6 doubles, and 30 runs scored. That's to the backstop, and coming in to score on the pass ball is Emma George. And it's now 2-0 Impact. One ball, 1 strike now the count on Rucker. The entire Skeeter defense came together to discuss things. Playing in now. And Rucker skies this one to center. Catch is made. And runner will not tag. And now Nolte caught between second and third. They're going to come home. And the tag is applied on the pickle for out number 3. And that'll do it for the Impact here in the second. Manatee scores a run. They get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left. We move to the second inning, 2-0 Impact with the lead. This is the FGCL. 2-0 Impact as we head to the bottom of the second. Jenna Redder's first pitch swinging, grounds it to short. After bobbling it momentarily, Lang to make the throw for out number 1. One out, nobody on now for the first baseman, Avery Miller. Miller batting 750, 3 of 4. With a run scored, 2 runs driven in, has a double, and she's been walked 5 times with a hit by pitch. 900 OBP for Miller. Down the count here, 0-2. She's definitely been a big offensive highlight for the Skeeters here in the first week of FGCL play. Takes that one high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and two now. These two teams play again tomorrow. 9:30 first pitch here on field 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There she gets Miller to strike out for the second out of the inning. And that brings up the catcher, Alexa Mueller. Mueller 2 of 10 with a run scored and a walk. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Oh, and 2. That one's lined to center, and that's going to fall for a base hit. So the first hit of the ball game coming for the Skeeters here in the second. A 2-out single by Alexa Mueller. And they'll bring up the right fielder, Avery Barton. Barton 1 for 8 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs driven in. Her 1 hit, a home run. She's been walked twice on the year as well. First pitch, chase her eyes for strike 1. Two balls and a strike now. Over on field 1, they're in the top of the second. The Queens with a 2-0 lead over the Finns. Trying to remain undefeated are the Queens. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout of Barton ends the inning. And the threat for the Skeeters. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2. 2-0 Impact with a lead. This is the FGCL. as the Swings will lead things off for the Impact as we move to the third inning. Impact had the 2-0 lead. Swink was hit by a pitch her first time. The freshman from Tampa, Florida, playing high school. Belmont Bruin. He scored 11 runs for Belmont. Conference champion who advanced to the Tuscaloosa Regional. First pitch bounces in, 4-1. Swing now add the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Brooke Steinhorst back out for her third inning of work. That one came in a bit high for ball 4. Leadoff walk issued to Swink here to start the third inning. We'll bring up Taryn Madlock. She reached on a fielder's choice and scored back in the first inning. Puts a bunt down, and it'll spin fair, and the ball will be thrown away, which will allow the runner to reach third. So an infield single for Matlock. And the E1 on the throw. Excuse me, that was an E2 on the throw. Puts runners on the corners with nobody out. For Chloe Montalvo, who had an RBI single her first time. Pulls back the bunt, takes a called strike, and stealing second without a throw is Madlock. Montalvo fouls that one away, no balls and 2 strikes. Montalvo, a junior at Stony Brook in 2025 and is in the transfer portal from Matawan, New Jersey. Lines that one in the right center field gap, and that is going to get to the wall. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run. She will score as well, and a 2 RBI double for Chloe Montalvo. Her second and third RBIs of the day give the Impact a 4-0 lead. Kinsley Peak will go out to run for Montalvo on second. Jenny Lang will be the batter. She is 1 for 1, singled back in the 5th inning. Freshman at Lenore Rhine in 2025. Lines this one to third. The catch is made. They'll throw to second and turn a double play. Riley made the catch, and they got Peak too far off second base for the LDP. So 2 out, nobody on now for Taylor Ellis, who swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. So that's the second time in as many innings the Impact have hit into a double play, but not on the ground. Two balls and a strike. One is low for ball four. Ashley Prangy calls timeout. Talk to Lily Parrish before she bats here with 2 outs and a runner on first. Parrish 0 for 1, popped out her first time. Mentioned a freshman at North Carolina from Mechanicsville, Virginia. Did not bat for the Tar Heels this past year, but had a 4.99 ERA in the circle, 40 and 2/3 innings pitched, 44 hits, 32 runs, 29 earned. She walked 32, struck out 23. Had a 4-1 record for the Tar Heels. First pitch is a strike. They made the NCAA tournament behind a powerful offense. FGCL alums Alex Brown, Sanaa Thompson. That one grounds through for a base hit into left field. And Parrish keeps the inning going. Now runners on first and second and 2 outs. For the catcher, Emma George. George walked and scored her first time. From Eastern Florida State. From Groveland, Florida. Freshman in 2025. That one bounces in and got her foot. So George will head down to first on hit by pitch, and now the bases are loaded. Skeeters is trying to find that third out to end this inning. Megan Towery will be the batter. She walked her first time. Sophomore at Wofford in 2025, and she's in the transfer portal. Lines this one in the left center field gap, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. The throw comes in to keep George at third, but a 2 RBI double off the bat of Megan Towery. It's now 6-0 Impact. And Morgan Kosler is going to make a change in the circle. We had Ellis score and Parrish score.
For 11. 16 for 11.
And the new pitcher for the Skeeters going to be Miranda Gill. Steinhorst went 2 2/3, gave up 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, with 4 walks and no strikeouts. And Miranda Gill will come on to try to find the third out of the inning. Gill has gone 8 innings, making her 4th appearance. No 1-1 record, 16 runs, 14 earned, 22 hits, and 3 walks. For First pitch is a called strike to Cameron Nolte. She singled her first time. That one's lined to left. That's down for a base hit. One run will score. Here comes Towery. She will score two. And a 2 RBI single off the bat of Cameron Nolte makes it 8-0 Impact. Impact have had their offensive issues here in this first week of FGCL play, but maybe the couple days off have done them really good. That one's lined to left by Rucker. The catch is made, and that'll do it for the Impact here in the third. But they bat around as they send 10 batters to the plate, and they get 6 runs on 6 hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We head to the home half of the third inning. 8-0, Impact with the lead. This is the FGCL. Eight, 9, 10 due up for the Skeeters. They're trying to answer back. The 6-run third inning made it 8-0 Impact, and the first pitch is a called strike to Lindsay Chadwick. Starting things off here in the third. One ball, one strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chadwick goes down on strikes, and there's one away here in the third inning. That will bring up Miranda Gill. Gill 0 for 1 with a walk. At the plate, she came in relief of Brooke Steinhorst last inning in the circle. First pitch to her was a called strike. So the book closed on Steinhorst. She went 2 2/3, 7 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, 4 walks, no strikeouts. 8-0 Impact here in the third. That one's grounded to third, and that is a fair ball. Stott made the throws in time, and there's 2 away. Swung and a miss, strike one on Kate Westmiller. One change out in the field for the Impact. Carter is now at first base. Westmiller 1 of 9 with a run scored and a hit by pitch for the Skeeters here in the first week of play. Puts that bunt down and it spins foul. No balls and 2 strikes. On the schedule, this is day 7 of the FGCL. Day 6 was totally washed out. Day 5 we had the 9:30 a.m. games postponed. Hopefully be able to make some of those up at a later date. There's a few off days in the schedule. Not many. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Parrish has it. She'll make the throw, and that's a 1-2-3 third inning as the Skeeters unable to respond here in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. No runners left. We played 3, 8-0. Impact. This is the FGCL. Eight nothing Impact as we head to the 4th inning. Swink, Madlock, and Montalvo due up for the Impact, just as it was in the 3rd. Manatee got 6 runs in the 3rd inning to take the 8-0 lead. A couple of changes in the field for the Skeeters. Weinbarger now behind the plate. Chadwick now at first. Madison Swink will be the batter. 2 plate appearances. She's been hit by pitch, walked, and scored. Miranda Gill out for her first full inning of relief. Came in and got the final out last inning. Final line for Brooke Steinhorst with 2 2/3, 8 runs, 7 earned. Swung and missed the off speed there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 runs on 8 hits for the Impact. No runs on a hit for the Skeeters. Two's fouled off. Change up, stay too high. We'll do it again now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one skied to deep center. Ranging back and making the catch just in front of the fence is Westmiller for out number 1. Swink gave it a ride, but not quite enough. One out, that brings up Taryn Madlock. 1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first, singled and scored in the third. UTSA Roadrunner steps in. The first pitch to her is a fly ball in left center. Ranging over is Westmiller, covering a lot of ground to make the catch for out number 2. Off the bat, Westmiller had that one a beat on it and just kept tailing away from her. Castillo said, "You can have it." Now Ella Carter will get her first at bat. First pitch is a called strike. Carter looking for her first base hit with FGCL play, and that one might be it. It's a fly ball. Way back. Way gone! Solo homer off the bat of Ella Carter. And it's now 9-0. Impact with the lead. It's a great way to get your first hit of the FGCL season. The Miami, Ohio Redhawk adds to the Impact lead with Kenny Lang, the shortstop, about to step in. 1 for 2 on the day with a single and line into a double play. First pitch is high for ball 1. Fly ball to the left. Castillo is there. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side, but the Impact add to their lead on a solo homer by Ella Carter. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 9-0. Impact with the lead. This is the FGCL. 9-0 Impact as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch is a called strike to Adelaide Hatt. Up for her 2nd time as the lineup's turned over for the Skeeters. She popped out her 1st time. Hawk, a freshman at New Mexico from Oklahoma City. Scored 3 runs for the Lobos their freshman year. Fouls that one off. Stays alive. No balls and 2 strikes. Soft liner to short. Lang is there. She'll make the catch for the 1st out of the inning. One out now for Ava Castillo. She struck out her 1st time. She is also a freshman in New Mexico, but she entered the transfer portal and is headed to Lubbock Christian from Mansfield, Texas. Scored 15 runs for the Lobos this past season. First pitch, foul tipped in the glove for strike 1. The 0-1, that one slapped to short. Charging in is Lang. The stop and the throw is off the mark. But that'll be an infield single for Castillo, who was going to beat it out and was not able to advance on the overthrow. So the 1-out single puts a runner on first for Tegan Riley, the 3rd baseman. She struck out her 1st time. First pitch, runner goes, but the ball bounced up and that hit Riley at the plate, so the hit by pitch. They put a runner on first, runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Got a runner on. It did take a stolen base away from Ava Castillo because she was going to steal 2nd easily on that pitch, but hit by pitch now puts runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out for shortstop Jenna Redders. She's 0 for 1. She grounded out her 1st time. First pitch is low for ball 1. Redders, a junior at Green Bay in 2025 from Middleton, Wisconsin. Batted .306 for the Phoenix. 27 RBIs with 3 homers, a triple, 9 doubles, and 28 runs scored, and a .366 OBP for Green Bay. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. Lily Parrish has gone 3 1/3. She's given up 2 hits, no runs. She struck out 5 and hit by pitch the first free pass she's issued. It's fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Checked her swing on her eyes. She did not go. Counts full 3-2. Payoff pitch to Redders is inside for ball 4. So now the Bases are loaded, one out. Skeeters trying to get on the board, down 9-0. Games are never over here in the FGCL. Avery Miller will be the batter. She struck out her first time, but she's been the hottest stick on the Skeeter squad. First pitch is outside for ball one. Miller, a sophomore at Longwood this past season from Alexandria, Virginia. For the Lancers this year, batted .247 with 13 RBIs, a homer, 3 doubles, and 5 runs scored. Swung on and missed. 2-1. Miller went to Alexandria City High School in Virginia, which is the high school portrayed in Remember the Titans. And in high school, she was the mascot. Count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two foul back. Do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Parrish continues to work outside on Miller. That one's a ground ball. That's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run, and tagged out is Riley. And now they got more runners caught in rundowns, and she is out as well. So the first run comes across for the Skeeters, but a little too aggressive on the base paths as 2 runners are thrown out to end the inning. The Skeeters get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 4. It's 9-1 impact. This is the FGCL. Nine-1 impact as we head to the 5th. Taylor Ellis to start things off. She's 0 for 1. She walked and scored in the 3rd. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Skeeters got on the board in the home half of the 4th, but a little too aggressive on the base pass. And ran themselves out of the inning. That's a ground ball knocked down at short by Redders, but she'll have no play, and that's an infield single for Taylor Ellis to start things off here in the 5th. Parrish 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. And she drills this one to deep center field. That one's way back. Way gone. 2-run shot by Lily Parrish. And the Tar Heel makes it 11-1. Impact. Parrish right now in line for the win in the circle and is 2 for 3 at the plate with that homer. First pitch comes in low for ball 1 to Emma George, who's not having an official at bat today. In 2 plate appearances, she's walked and been hit by a pitch, and she scored twice. 2 balls and no strikes now on it. Popped up, foul ground, first base side, and the catch is made by Chadwick, and there's one away. We'll bring up Megan Towery, who had a 2 RBI double and scored in the 3rd, walked in the 2nd. Out of the Box Podcast scoreboard update. Bottom of the 4th inning over on Field 1. The Queens with a 4-2 lead over the Finns. That one's lined, and that's going to get down for a base hit into the gap. Rounding first, heading to second is Towery, where she will slide in safely with the double. Impact, after getting a couple of days off, have seen the offense come alive. They have 12 hits. Towery has 2 doubles. And Cameron Nolte fouls the first pitch back for strike 1. Nolte 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 runs scored. That one's popped up, foul ground, it will fall foul. Castillo and Redders tried to track it down, but couldn't quite get there. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nolte down on strikes, and there's 2 away as the lineup turns over. First pitch is a called strike to the new batter for the Impact, Kinsley Peak, getting her first opportunity at the plate. Peak 0 for 8 on the year with a couple of walks, looking for a first base hit. Fouls that one back, 2-1. 1-2. And that one's well hit. Way back. Way gone! Kinsley Peak pokes one over the left center field wall. Her first hit of the FGCL season is a 2-run shot. It's now 13-1 Impact. So 2 players for the Impact came into the game hitless, and they both hit home runs in their first at-bats. Assen Swink now steps in, 0 for 1. With a run scored, takes the first pitch for strike 1. That's a squibber to third. Riley makes the stop and the throw in time for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Impact get 2 long balls here in the 5th inning to add to their lead as they get 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Skeeters have to score to keep this game alive. It's 13-1 Impact. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, the last chance for the Skeeters. Impact lead at 13-1. Annalise Weinbarger getting her first at-bat of the ball game to start things off. For the Skeeters, takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. Lily Parrish trying to finish this game off complete. Skeeters have to score 5 in this inning to avoid the run rule. Called strike 1-1. Weinbarger, 3 of 11 for the Skeeters this season. Batting .273 with 2 runs scored, an RBI as a homer. The Skeeters need base runners and lots of them here in this 5th inning. Coming up next, the final game of the day here on field number 2. It's the Slice and the Circus at 2:30. Ground ball to deep short. The stop and the throw is not going to be in time. It was an overthrow, but Weinbarger had beat it out already, so a leadoff single for Annalise Weinbarger. Gets things started for the Skeeters here in the 5th. 4th hit of the day off of Lily Parrish. Now we'll bring up Avery Barton. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Two O's a called strike, 2-1. That's low inside for ball 4, and now the Skeeters have runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the home half of the 5th. Brings up Lindsay Chadwick. She's 0 for 1. She struck out her first time. Chadwick, a Jacksonville Dolphin from Tampa, a junior this past season. For Jacksonville, batted 130, 9 RBIs, 2 homers and double, 8 runs scored. Is Ashley Prangy and Emma George going out to talk things over with Lily Parrish. The Impact not as deep in the circle as most other teams here in FGCL. They only have 2. At the moment. So it would certainly help things if Parrish was able to finish this one off without having to bring in the other pitcher for the Impact. Shelby Krieger. The 1-0 pitch. Went too far around on the check swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's right in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Morgan Kosler, the longtime coach of the Skeeters. Her 5th season. Hold, strike 3. That one broke right over the plate, and there's 1 down. Amanda Gill to the plate now. First pitch to her. Misses for ball 1. Gill grounded out her first time. Skeeters need a big hit. More people on base, and another big hit to keep this game going. 1-0's 2 inside, 2 balls and no strikes. on second, Barton on first. On a single and a walk. That one bounces in and bounces away as the wild pitch will move both runners into scoring position. The 3-1. Called strike on the inside corner, and Parrish has battled back to fill up this count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff. Little inside for ball 4. The base is now loaded with 1 out for Kate Westmiller. She's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Junior out of Longwood, Marysville, Michigan native. Steps in here with a big chance. First pitch, a little outside, ball 1. For the Lancers this past season, Westmiller batted .174, 11 RBIs, a double, 11 runs scored. Fouls that one back, 1 ball, 1 strike. The game-extending run still in the on-deck circle for the Skeeters. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Fouled away. We'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Second time through the order has not been as much of a breeze for Parrish as the first time through was. First 10 batters, 1 base runner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Seven out of the next 9 have reached base. The 1-2 pitch. And inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looming large now are the 2 outs that were recorded on the base paths in the 4th inning off the RBI single by Avery Miller. Two-twos, a fly ball to the left. Catch is made by Rucker, and there will be no tag. So Skeeters now down to their final out. Adelaide Hawk will be the batter. She's 0 for 2, the pop out and the line out. First pitch is a liner caught by Swink for out number 3 to retire the side and end the game. The Skeeters here in the 5th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left. Your final score in 5 innings, Impact 13, Skeeters 1. With the win, the Impact improved to 2-3 on the year, and the Skeeters fall to 1-4. Impact with 13 runs on 13 hits. They did not commit an error, and they left 4 on. For the Skeeters, 1 run on 4 hits They committed 1 error and left 5 runners on base. Once again, your final score, Impact 13, Skeeters 1. Coming up next, here on Field 2, it's the final game of the day, and it'll be the Slice and the Circus coming up at 2:30. Until then, I'm Tom Canterbury. Thanks for joining us. This has been the FGCL.